The Indian Hill High School Video Department presents Boys Varsity Basketball. Tonight, it's the Indian Hill Braves and the Seven Hills Stingers from Indian Hill High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. A great night for high school basketball. This is Jack Alley doing the color and play-by-play, Larry Eli. Larry, take it away.
Thanks, Jack. We look forward to this game tonight. If it's as exciting as the game which preceded this, which was the junior varsity game, which went into overtime, we'll have a lot of fun. It should be an interesting night as both teams seem to be about the same in height and feature good outside shooting, so it should be a bang-up game tonight. And we're just about ready for introductions by the public address announcer.
This is a traditional game that Indian Hill plays Seven Hills early in the season. A good test, and we're ready for the introductions. First of all, for Seven Hills.
The crowd is excited, and as the lights come back on and the music tones down a little, I look forward to Dale Harmon's Braves taking on Jeff Stowers' Stingers tonight.
Well, last first opening game, the Braves were able to defeat Landmark Christian. It was a nice game for the Braves. They won by a score of 79-46.
Right.
They had two 20-point scorers that night, Joe Collinsworth and Keith Whitson.
Right. And this game I'm looking forward to broadcasting also, Jack, as my son is one of the players for Indian Hill. In fact, he's a starter this evening, so kind of special for me. Looking forward to giving it to you. The jump center is number 34 for Indian Hill, which is Tad DeBoard, versus number 40, Steve Scroggins for Seven Hills. And we're off. Indian Hill controls the tip. Joe Collinsworth brings it up and promptly takes a three. Good. Indian Hill not pressing, dropping back to play defense. Guards give him a little up-court pressure, but man-to-man defense by Indian Hill.
Collinsworth and Whitson are both not afraid to shoot that three-point shot, and we're going to see a lot of them this game.
Oh, nice move. 32 to get open and unable to convert, and ball's out of bounds to Seven Hills under their own basket.
Unfortunate, Joe Collinsworth had that rebound, just bounced off his shoulder, and it'll be Seven Hills Stingers ball.
Inbounds play goes to the corner. A nice drive down the lane. Rebound ripped out by Trey Eli. Up the court to Walter Johnson.
Tad DeBoer did a nice job denying the inbounds pass to Scroggins,
Right.
the big man for Seven Hills that time.
Right, Walter Davis brought the ball up the court, and that's Joe Collinsworth outside. Walter takes a long shot. Eli on the rebound. Passes to DeBoer for the easy two underneath the basket. Nice under the basket passing. Eli gets an assist to DeBoer. Seven Hills brings it up the left side. Looking for an opening. Indian Hill doing a good job of sliding their feet on defense. A long three, no good. Walter Davis out of bounds, throws the ball off of a Seven Hills player, and we'll have Indian Hill have the ball inbounds, leading 5-0.
Indian Hill on a nice 5-0 run here to start the game. Seven Hills is going to call timeout and try to get things set up here. It's obvious the Braves are going to attack the basket. Seven Hills probably wasn't quite ready for that coming out here from the opening tip.
Right, Indian Hill, a very aggressive team, and will shoot the three anytime it's open. So, got to play full court defense against them.
This program is a production of the Indian Hill High School Video Department. The Video Department uses student volunteers to produce school-oriented programming that includes sports, drama, news, and special events. These events are then played back through the ICRC for the entire community to enjoy. For more information about the Video Department, you can call this phone number, 272-4635, for some more ICRC information.
Well, there's a buzzer at the end of the timeout. Indian Hill going to bring the ball up. Doesn't look as if Seven Hills is going to provide any up-court pressure, which really works to Indian Hill's advantage. They do have good ball handlers, but Indian Hill is a team that likes to run and likes to shoot.
Well, Seven Hills looks like they're going to play 3-2 zone.
Right.
See if Indian Hill can hit those outside shots, which might play right into Indian Hill's hands.
Now Indian Hill with the ball out on the perimeter. Point guard Walter Davis. Over to Joe Collinsworth. Skip pass to Keith Whitson and takes a long shot again. Eli gets the offensive rebound. Back out to Collinsworth for the three. That's two of them. Well, you got to keep a hand in the face of those guys. Again, Indian Hill guards providing token pressure and man-to-man defenses. Seven Hills brings it up the floor. Having a hard time getting the ball down low for an easy shot.
Three-point shot is designed to kick it in and kick it back out, and the Braves did an excellent job that time.
Good foot movement. Good foot movement on defense there.
Keith Whitson with the steal. He knocks it down court, but Walter Davis didn't see the pass in time.
Oh, nice play of passing the ball after the steal under the basket and then back to a secondary break person to make the basket for Seven Hills. Scores 8-2, Indian Hill.
After an 8-0 run, Seven Hills scores its first basket, and they fall back into their zone.
Indian Hill still working the ball on the perimeter, unable to get the ball in low. Neither team having really big men down low. Up, skip pass down low off the hands of Tad DeBoer and out of bounds. Seven Hills ball.
Look like the Braves, if they get that ball down in the corner, Seven Hills is going to try to trap them with that zone there.
Right, that 3-2 is designed to force the ball wide, and then you're able to trap. Again, Indian Hill in man-to-man defense. Good job of stopping penetration by the point guard by Indian Hill defense. Ball still on the perimeter. Turnaround jump shot is good. I'll tell you, number 12. Willie Beaver made that shot, and that, I tell you, was a tough turnaround jump shot. Nice touch. 3-2 defense again. Indian Hill seems a little confused by it. Unable to convert. Offensive foul by Walter Davis as he tried to penetrate with a drive. Stone collapsed on him. Good job of playing defense. And Walter picked up his first foul. Ball out of bounds to Seven Hills under Indian Hill's basket. Now, long three-point shot by Seven Hills from the corner, no good. Indian Hill clears the rebound, and it's stolen by number 12, Willie Beaver, who converts. Nice job of defense there. Quick pass under the basket to Indian Hill. Over and back as Indian Hill unable to catch the pass under their basket, threw it out to try to save it and created an over and back situation with Seven Hills having the ball out of bounds. Score has gone from 8-0. It's now 8-6. So Seven Hills on a 6-point run. Shot from the corner, no good. Again, Eli on the rebound, clears up court to Walter Davis, brings it down, pulls up for the jumper, good. That's Indian Hill's strength. Quick down the court, and up with the jump shot if the layup isn't there. Well, Walter Davis picks up his second foul. Got a little bit too close to number 12, Willie Beaver, and bumped him. And in for the Braves will be coming number 42, Brian Walker, for Walter Davis, who again, in only 4 minutes into the first quarter, has picked up his second foul. So he's going to have to grab a seat on the bench for a few minutes. Seven Hills inbounds the ball. Number 12, Willie Beaver. Tell you, he's been an active player so far, Jack. He's helped create the offense for Seven Hills. Very fiery, active, hustling player. Ball's out front to number 12, Willie Beaver, playing point guard.
They like to kick the ball down in the corner. Not too much happening out on front. Most of their attack seems to be along the baseline.
Right.
There's
number
another
12, Willie Beaver.
shot.
Another baseline shot. There it is. I tell you, he's got a good touch.
That's a three. That's 9 points. All 9 points from Beaver for the Seven Hills Stingers.
Turnover by Indian Hill. Up the floor comes Seven Hills. A wild shot and a tip. Ball grabbed by Keith Whitson as he's up the floor. Oh, and a blocking foul called on Seven Hills. All right, Jack, there's a good instance here where maybe a quicker bounce pass over to number 34 would have resulted in an easy 2 points.
2-on-1 break, and he probably should have given it up a little easier to draw the defense away. Might have gotten it right back.
That's correct. Indian Hill, they inbounds under their own basket. Trey Eli to throw in the ball. Indian Hill sets up in a box, sets a couple screens. Players break, ball comes into Whitson.
He initiates the contact, but no foul.
Oh,
out of
ball
bounds.
Is off of a Seven Hills player, off of the hand of number 40, Steve Scroggins, and Indian Hill will throw it in again. Trey Eli pulling the trigger from under the basket.
Whitson a little bit more of a slasher.
Joe Collinsworth.
He will try to slash to the middle, whereas Collinsworth likes to just set up outside and get his feet set. Whitson will drive the middle and draw the foul.
Indian Hill now going through a little time here where they're having trouble turning the ball over without getting off a good shot. And Seven Hills coming up the floor with the ball. It's number 14, John Hancock. Across to Beaver, back to Hancock. Back out front to Willie Beaver. Now Hancock has the ball. Unable to penetrate down low, but they've been able to get that baseline shot several times.
Nice cut.
Oh, and that was a nice cut. Trey Eli again on the rebound, having a big night on the board so far. I think that's 4 rebounds already for him.
Whitson set in the corner if they can get it to him quick enough. Inside. Nice inside pass and a good tip by Whitson.
All right. Eli upset with himself that he didn't convert the short jump shot, but it was a good follow under the basket by number 24, Keith Whitson, who was fouled, and Indian Hill will have the ball out of bounds under their own basket.
2 team fouls apiece now.
All right. Indian Hill sets up in the same box. No one really seems to be breaking to get open. Indian Hill throws it out front to Collinsworth. Over to Whitson, under the board for the layup.
Nice pass.
Oh, nice look there. That was a nice back door by Chad DeBoer. Good job of playing a back door on his man. It's number 12 again.
And it will be 3 shots. Was he outside the arc?
I can't tell, but it was a foul by number 42 of Indian Hill, and that is Brian Walker. That's the 3rd foul on Indian Hill. All three have been by the same guard position.
After
almost
the
have
shot.
to play. You almost have to play number 12 to deny him the ball. The way he's shooting the ball from the baseline tonight. He has their first 9 of their points. Good defense on number 12 out front. Seven Hills still unable to get the ball down low. Nice back screen for 32. Lets the jumper fly. 2 Indian Hill players fought for the rebound, unable to pull it down, and Trey Eli pulls down another one.
At least 4 rebounds so far.
Yep.
Getting a yeoman
Indian
job
Hill
on the
brings
board.
it up court. Boy, that was a nice hustle steal by number 35 for Seven Hills. Number 35 is Peter Oakland. And Indian Hill almost steals it back. Good defensive play in there by Joe Collinsworth. Unable to convert the steal. Seven Hills will throw the ball in underneath their own basket.
So far, the Seven Hills Stingers haven't had a whole lot of other people looking at the basket. They are trying to penetrate. Indian Hill do an excellent job keeping the ball out of the middle.
Now let's see if Indian Hill can get a steal on the inbounds play. There's number 12 with the ball.
Got a new man in the game here, number 24 for Eric Crew for the
He replaced number 35.
Stingers, and he takes that
long
outside
three.
shot. It's off the front. Nice rebound by Beaver. Puts
There
it
he
right
is,
back
number
in.
12 again. He's got 11 of his team's 11 points. 12 to 11, Indian Hill with 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Joe Collinsworth tries to penetrate the baseline, back out front to Brian Walker. Goes down the lane, dishes off for the easy 2. Missed and tipped in. I don't know if that was tipped in by Tad DeBoard or by the defensive player and trying to get the rebound, but Tad gets credit and we'll take the 2.
That's 6 points for Tad DeBoard. He's doing a nice job going to the basket.
Great. Good job by Indian Hill, anticipating a pass and causing a travel by number 30. Number 30 is Grayson Sugarman for Seven Hills. Indian Hill has the ball at half court with 35 seconds left in the first quarter, leading 14 to 11. Collinsworth open for 3. It's off the rail, they iron it down. Brian Walker retrieves, puts up a 2. No good. 35. Peter Oakland rebounds to Seven Hills. They come on the break, and number 11 misses. There's Eli with another rebound. I tell you.
15 seconds left. Down to 10.
Indian Hill. Long shot by Keith Woodson, no good. Rebound, and he's fouled. Oh, good job by Tad DeBoer getting to inside position underneath for the offensive rebound. He's fouled, and will have 2 shots coming with 6.7 seconds left. 6.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Indian Hill leading 14 to 11.
Usually those rebounds underneath on those threes, the ball's going to bounce much farther out. It was a nice job of Tad DeBoer to get his hands on that first rebound and stay with it to try to get the second shot and the foul.
Yeah, good job. And that ball rattles around and down. I believe that's the first free throw of the game, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, the Indian Hill players will be glad to see number 12 leaving the floor. He's got all 11 of the points. Only going to be off the floor, I got a feeling, for about 6 seconds here. This is the second rebound. And it's in. Nice, great hustle by Joe Collinsworth. He puts it in, and Indian Hill does get those 2 points. And that is the end of the first quarter with the Indian Hill Braves leading 16 to 11.
The Indian Hill High School Video Department is proud to bring Braves fans over 15 girls and boys basketball games this season. Be sure to turn into ICRC community and educational access channels to catch your Indian Hill Braves. In that first quarter, a couple of Braves filling it up. Grant Collinsworth with 2 3-pointers in a basket for 8 points. Tad DeBoard with 6. And Walter Davis with 2 for the 16 points that the Braves scored in the first quarter. For Seven Hills, Wally Beaver scored all 11 of their points. So they'll probably be looking for some other production, some other guys here in the second quarter.
Before we start the second quarter, it's always nice to be up here in the broadcasting booth with TV cameras and have celebrities stop in. We've got John Warden up here in the booth with us tonight, former Detroit Tiger and longtime great golfer in the Cincinnati area.
Larry, how you doing tonight?
I'm fine, John. Nice to have you up here in the booth with us.
Well, you and Jack are two of the best here. Just
Well.
like to work with the best. Braves
Well.
look good here the first quarter, 16-11 lead, and we'll get down and get some interviews here later on.
Oh,
Great.
Thanks, John.
Okay, Seven Hills ball out of bounds. They weren't quite ready for that. They do get it in bounds, and we're ready to go here in the second quarter.
Indian Hill stays with their man-to-man defense. Joe Collinsworth pressing the point guard out front. And Willie Beaver driving around his man and getting off the shot. Rebounded by number 35, Peter Oken, and put in the hoop. That offensive rebound. Good job by Seven Hills. Long cross-court pass. Back underneath to Eli, who is fouled from behind by, I believe, number 35, Peter Oken. That is a fourth team foul. This Peter Oken, that's his second foul and the fourth foul on Seven Hills. Keith Woodson, let's go with the three, and sinks it. Indian Hill now up 19-13. Seven Hills back down the floor in a hurry, but unable to get the ball in low. Having a hard time setting up their offense, and they've had to almost try to create off the dribble versus passing to get someone open. Oh, nice rebound in there by Joe Collinsworth. That shot was taken by Willie Beaver and missed. Joe Collinsworth drives the baseline, puts up a shot, hits the backboard tray. Eli rebounds, another rebound, and puts it in. I'll tell you.
Braves have a much taller lineup in there right now than do the Seven Hills Stingers.
Pretty good defense. Rebounded by Tad DeBoard. Indian Hill up the floor quickly to Keith Woodson. Drives to the center, puts up a layup. No good. And in an attempt to get back the shot that he missed, Keith Woodson commits his first foul. That's Indian Hill's fourth team foul. Can't blame a guy that hustles like that in an attempt to try to get the ball back. It's nice when a guy takes a shot and follows it with an attempt to get the rebound and put it back in. It's oftentimes a lesson young players fail to remember is that a lot of times when you shoot the ball, follow the shot, and if it's not in, you'll get your own rebound with a chance to get it back in the hole.
With number 30, Grayson Sugarman, and number 24, Eric Crew in, the Stingers are a little bit smaller. Braves taking advantage. If they can keep the ball out of the hands of Willie Beaver, they might be able to make a little bit of a run here. They're up by 8.
Well, I don't know if they're going to keep his hands off the ball, but they've got to pressure him and keeps a hand in his face at all times. Good job by Brian Walker that time and putting pressure on number 12 when he did receive a pass in the corner. He's been deadly on that shot today. Oh, there's an inbounds pass steal by Joe Collinsworth, comes down the floor, passes off, tipped away by number 35, Mr. Oken. Peter Oken by Seven Hills, and Indian Hill will put the ball in play under the basket. In for Indian Hill is number 44, Brendan Flood.
Collinsworth probably didn't have quite the passing lane that time. Might have been better off to stop and shoot it himself.
Brendan has come in and replaced Tad DeBoard. Tad DeBoard getting a breather. Brendan, a 10th grader, a sophomore, doing a good job on the varsity basketball. Long shot by Keith Woodson. That three-pointer is good. Boy, they can't do that against these guys. They don't have to put a hand in the face of Collinsworth and Woodson. They'll can threes all night long.
11-point lead for the Braves.
All right. Good job of defense. Indian Hill moving their feet well, denying the entry pass, forcing Seven Hills to pass the ball, but out on the perimeter. Little penetration by 14, passes off to 12, who takes another shot, and it's good.
That's Wally Beaver.
Wally Beaver again.
Willie. Is it Willie or Wally? Willie.
I'm just going to tell you, he's good, number 12. Mr. Beaver. I'm going to call him Mr. Beaver. He can shoot like that. He can be Mr. Beaver.
He has all 15 Seven Hill points.
Seven Hills rebounds the ball quickly up the floor to Willie Beaver. He's cut off and passes out back to Willie Beaver for the three-pointer. It's good.
And he cans it. He is on fire. 18 points.
24-18. Maybe we ought to play a four-man on him and let somebody else guard the other four guys. Wow. Nice drive to the hoop by Brian Walker for 2 points. Boy, that was beautiful. Right down the side of the lane and Up high and off the glass for 2.
Good no call by the officials.
That was. Brian Walker really struggling.
We got Brendan Flood on that foul. He's trying to
Yeah, I guess you're right.
get position there, and he pushed on number 35.
Well, I tell you, I'm sure Coach Harmon's beside himself. He's had two of Indian Hill's quickest players on number 12. Willie Beaver, in an attempt to slow him down. It hasn't slowed him down at all. He's still got 18 out of 18 points for that team. I tell you, you've got to deny him the ball. Just play him to deny him the ball and force the other 4 players to play some offense. Long 3. Banked in off the glass.
Shot, number 24.
Number 24, Eric Crew. Hits a long 3 off the glass. I don't know if that was an errant shot and planned that way or just an errant shot, but nonetheless, it went through.
6-point lead for the Braves.
Walter Davis out front looking to pass to Collinsworth. Over to Walter Davis. Walter, a long 3-pointer off the iron.
A little bit too much pressure on him that time. You'd be better off
3 on 2
running the offense.
up the floor. And boy, what great defense. 3 on 2 for Seven Hills, unable to convert, even get a shot off. So Collinsworth comes back down, pass off to Keith Whitson down the lane, and he scores.
Nice eye contact between Whitson and Collinsworth. They knew where each other were.
That's right. They play year-round together, and whenever they can play, they do very well together. Peter Oaken, guarded closely by Trey Eli. Ball skipped underneath to 24 and stolen by Keith Whitson. Up the floor fast to Collinsworth, to the basket for 2. That's money in the bank, boy. If they're going to try to run, Indian Hill will be happy to accommodate him. Indian Hill now out to a 10-point lead with 3:23 left in the second quarter. Joe Collinsworth on up. Number 14, John Hancock looking for number 12. Throws it out of bounds behind. Willie Beaver. And it will be Indian Hill's ball in the backcourt. Seven Hills thought the ball was tipped, but the referee didn't see it that way, and it's Indian Hill's ball.
Yeah, 10-point lead. The Braves with 2:16 left here in the second quarter, looking to extend their lead.
Eli down low to Whitson. Retrieves the tip pass. Back out front to Walter Davis. In the corner to Keith Whitson. And he is fouled by number... take that back. Keith Whitson is charged with his second foul for using his free hand to push away the defensive player.
He was trapped in the corner as he was earlier in the game, and in an effort to try to get out of that corner, he must have wrapped around a little bit the defender, and the official called him on that.
And Seven Hills brings the ball again right down the middle. Stroken over to Willie Beaver. Back across to the middle of the floor.
Okay. Ball goes out of bounds. It's still
ball
Seven Hills
chipped out
ball.
by Indian Hill. Good defense by Indian Hill. They're forcing Seven Hills to have to work hard to even get a shot off.
2:35 to go here in the quarter. 10-point lead for the Indian Hill Braves.
Well, good job of defense by Walter Davis on number 12. Willie Beaver to deny him a ball on the inbounds play.
Both DeBoard and Brendan Flood have done a great job keeping the ball out of the hands of their big center, number 40. But just as they say that, they get it in, but they call traveling before he gets the shot off.
Well, that was nice. Looks like their coach is encouraging them to play. Seven Hills will come up and press. So Indian Hill has got to be alert. They had 30-20 with 2:26 left in the second quarter. Running a press, they triple team one player, leaves somebody else open. Indian Hill brings the ball up. Joe Collinsworth open for 3. A little long on the shot. It clangs over the backboard and down out of bounds. Ball goes to Seven Hills.
$2:16 to go in the quarter. And definitely Seven Hills has lost a little bit of their firepower here.
All right, John Hancock is coming up the floor with the ball. Passes over.
Nice job of denial by Walter Davis, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Right, again, that's Again, what I mentioned earlier is they're probably going to have to try to run some type of denial of the ball to number 12, the way he scored on him, just to keep him and make him have to work so hard to get the ball that he's too tired to shoot. I'll tell you, that's really hard on you when you play defense that way, though, and then turn down and try to play offense after you try to play denial on defense to the player you're guarding. Walter Davis having a little trouble out front trying to get free. Passes over to Collinsworth, back to Walter Davis. Still dribbles out front. Indian Hill unable to get anyone open low, and he's fouled by number 32, Brian Ayers. As he attempts to drive into the middle.
15 foul on the Seven Hills Stingers. Not in the bonus yet, so it'll be Indian Hill ball out of bounds.
Again, Walter Davis out front with the ball. They're back to their 3-2 defense. They went from man to man. Now there's player open under the basket. Long three by Walter Davis is no good. Ball is off of an Indian Hill player, and Seven Hills ball inbounds.
Minute 25 to go in the quarter. Some pressure, and off an Indian Hill player. It's still Seven Hills ball.
Good job by Brian Walker trying to deny the inbounds pass. Well, screen is set up for 32.
Nice rebound by number 40, Scroggins, for Seven Hills.
Right,
He's fouled by Brendan Flood, number 44.
Brendan came over his back, didn't get him boxed out, came over his back trying to get the rebound. That's Indian Hill. Indian Hill 17 foul, which puts Seven Hills on the line for their first 1-and-1 of the evening. And I believe their first free throw of the evening. Ball is long, rebounded by Seven Hills, rebounded again and put in by number 32, Brian Ayers. That's great offensive rebounding. You get 3 chances, you should make one somewhere along the way. Collinsworth for 3, off the mark. And a offensive rebound by Brendan Flood, and a stick back for 2 points. Still a 10-point lead for Indian Hill with under a minute left in the first half. Long 3-point shot off the rim. Good rebound by Brendan Flood. Outlet to Walter Davis. He's double teamed in the backcourt.
As the ball momentarily knocked away, and it will be Indian Hill ball.
Again, Seven Hills looking to press. Create some problems for Indian Hill and bringing the ball up. Up the side to Brian Walker, to the middle to Collinsworth for a short jump shot. Off the rim, rebounds his own shot. Jump hook up, misses. Gets his rebound again and puts it in. Boy, there's a hustle.
Stayed with it.
Twice, grab both rebounds and put it in. That's great for your stats. 2 rebounds, 2 points.
Great hustle on the part of Brian Walker. Kept alive. And then Brendan Flood covers the ball, and he's jumped on, and he'll be able to go to the line with the bonus.
Boy, that was good hustle by Flood. He was trying to get the ball out to the players, Indian Hill player down the floor, but Seven Hills player jumped on top of him, and he was unable to get the ball down there.
That was only the 16th foul on Seven Hills. To be out of bounds for Indian Hill. Brian Walker is the one who initiated most of that hustle play that time. Excellent job going for the loose ball.
And into the game for Indian Hill is Keith Woodson back in, comes in for Trey Eli. It's his first break of the half. Indian Hill up by 12 points with 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Holding it for the last shot. 8 seconds. And Brian Walker, as he tries to drive the lane, is fouled. Good move by Brian Walker. He's fouled as he tries to go down the lane, and he'll be at the line for 1-and-1. There are 5.5 seconds left in the half. Indian Hill up 34-22. Brian Walker, one of the younger players on the team, but getting a lot of playing time. He's got excellent foot quickness, pretty good touch, and a good ball handler. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Number 12, Willie Beaver, comes down coast to coast and scores!
Scores at the buzzer.
Wow, what a half by Willie Beaver. I tell you, Indian Hill is up by 10 points. But Willie Beaver put on a show that first half. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone score that many points out of their team's total, that big a percentage in one half.
18 points of the 24 scored by Seven Hills in that half.
And we'll be back with the third quarter.
Okay, we're waiting to see if we have an interview down on the court with Coach Harmon.
Coach Dale Harmon here at halftime. Coach, you're going in with a 10-point lead. And what's it look like? Where's Seven Hills been a problem for you tonight?
Well, they're getting too many second shots on us. They've got a couple second, third shots on us, and we saw there at the end, it's penetrated all the way to the basket. We need somebody to slide over and take a charge in that kind of play. But we're playing fine. I think we got the tempo where we want it. We're pushing it up the floor, and I think if we continue to do that, our quickness hopefully will overcome them.
Change defense or anything at halftime, or
No.
stay pretty much man up and
We'll stay
go
man.
low?
We'll stay man. We just need to key on a couple guys. The Beaver kid probably has about 10 or 12 points. We need to key on him, do a better job on him.
Good luck second half.
Thank you.
Let's get a W.
Okay, thank you, John. for
Coach
that
Dale
interview.
Harmon.
Thank you, John Warden, for that interview. And we'll be picking it up here in the second half. At halftime, Braves 34, Stingers 24.
Lays it in and scores. Nice play by number 32, Brian Ayers. He picked Walter Davis's pocket for that ball and took it in and was fouled on the layup.
Showed some nice quickness and control. He was able to make the basket even though he took a hard foul. Cuts the lead to back to 10.
That's the
Puts
first
Ayers
foul
at the line for one shot.
That's the first foul of the second half. It's Walter Davis's third foul. Only player on the floor with really any foul trouble. Shot is up and good. He gets 3 points the old-fashioned way. He earned them. The ball is slapped away again by 32, but he's called for a foul, hitting number 21 on the arm. So Eli throwing the ball in bounce, triggers the inbounds play. Bounces it into Joe Collinsworth. He's trapped in the corner, throws it over to Walter Davis. They come up the floor in a hurry. Walter pulls up for the 15-foot jumper, misses. Rebound, Joe Collinsworth. He's fouled underneath.
Walter just a little short on that jump shot tonight.
Off they call a foul. I don't know what they called. Must have been some kind of a lane violation or traveling. Saw a jump shot and a rebound, but they called the ball through out of bounds to Seven Hills. Number 12, open from the corner, misses. Chad DeBoard fights and gets the rebound. Out front quick to Joe Collinsworth, who's got the easy lay-in for 2 points.
And a nice lead pass there.
Right.
Instead of throwing it to him, he threw it out in front of him, so he'd have to extend himself and get out in front of the defense.
Right. Indian Hill doing a good job of running the floor. Seven Hills again having a hard time getting the ball in low. They're still having to shoot from the perimeter. 14 attempts to penetrate, and he's bumped by Joe Collinsworth, and Joe is called for a foul.
Well, definitely Seven Hills is trying to bring up the little bit of ball pressure on the full court this time. And so far, it hasn't really paid off a whole lot.
Entering the game for Seven Hills is Joe Sprafka, number 20. He'll inbounds the ball. Seven Hills sets up a 4-corner inbounds play. Joe Sprafka back out front with the ball, looking to try to penetrate. Tries to set up the offense. Down low to number 35, who gets up a shot, and it's good. Nice fall away jump shot.
Nice inside
Number
look by
35, Peter
Brian
Oken.
Ayers to Oken. And
Good. Well, Seven Hills player made a nice steal, but stepped on the out of bounds play. He anticipated the pass, was able to make a steal.
5:27 left to go here in the third quarter.
Indian Hill. Walter Davis. Whoa. Walter Davis loses the ball out of bounds. It's tapped by Seven Hills, and Indian Hill will again inbounds the ball. Indian Hill is the same inbounds play they lost the ball on last time. Didn't have a player deep. Throws it to Keith Woodson, who drives down the lane, dishes off to Joe Collinsworth. Ball is lost on the floor, and there's a tie-up, and the possession goes to Seven Hills.
Seven Hills will have a chance to get that lead down. It's at 9 right now. It stayed pretty much at 9 or 10 for the last couple of minutes here.
Right. The only difference in the second half is that three-point play with the free throw.
Number 32, Brian Ayers, has done a nice job of
Indian
picking
Hill
up
gets
a little
3-on-2
offense.
break. Dish off to Joe Collinsworth for the layup, and it's good, and he's fouled.
Nice job of running the floor by number 34, Tad DeBoard, to dish off there.
Nice job, and I tell you, he saw him coming on the far side, gave him a bounce pass, nice, easy layup with Joe Collinsworth, and he had a lot of momentum coming down the floor, got up high and drew the foul on the arm and still put the ball in. Nice play, wasn't it, Jack?
Excellent. 16 points so far for Joe Collinsworth.
Well,
Free throws good and makes it 17.
There's another three the old-fashioned way, huh? All right, Seven Hills up the floor in a hurry, trying to penetrate. Back out to number 20. Looking to try to get it in low.
Well, they
Number 12, Willie Beaver penetrating.
They had the inside position. Scroggins had the inside position on DeBoard that time, but they couldn't get in the ball.
Well, I can't tell who that foul was on, I believe. 24, Keith Whitson. That's his third. So Indian Hill now has two players on the floor with 3 fouls. Number 12 is giving them fits and trying to keep him out of the middle. Oh, nice spin move.
20 over the back there. Nice rebounding position by Trey Eli.
Right, Joe
drew the
Sprafford.
foul.
That was a nice spin move by Brian Ayers in an attempt to get open and got a nice shot off. Trey Eli had the inside position and was fouled as they went up for the rebound. Joe Collinsworth brings the ball up court, goes long past Eli. Brings the ball back out to Collinsworth for a three, and it's good.
Good.
All of a sudden, it's a 15-point lead for Indian Hill.
20 points for Joe Collinsworth. He's really hot tonight.
Right. Indian Hill can score points in a hurry, and they got to keep a hand in their face, as their coach mentioned. Ball is shot twice and tipped. Nice save by Joe Sprafka. Off the foot of Brian Ayers into the backcourt, over and back. It's Indian Hill's ball. That's good hustle by both teams in an attempt to get the ball, and unfortunately for Seven Hills, it went off the foot of their player and into the backcourt, causing an over and a back.
15-point lead for the Braves with 4:16 left to go here in the third quarter. Looking to extend that lead. Walter Davis takes it to the
nice block of the shot by Brian Ayers. A real hustle by Tad DeBoard, and they call him for elbowing in an attempt to get to the ball. That's a correct call by the official.
Excellent
but I tell you,
hustle.
that was real hustle by both players going after the ball.
Was pushed off a little bit when he got to the point. He was trying to undercut and get inside to the ball.
Indian Hill starting to exert some up-court pressure on Seven Hills, not making it easy for him to bring the ball up the floor. They're not pressing him, but they're playing tight man-to-man on him. Brian Ayers trying to put a move on Keith Whitson and loses the ball out of bounds. It's tapped out by Keith Whitson, Seven Hills ball.
Braves doing a good job of keeping the ball out of the hands of number 12, Willie Beaver, this half.
All right, again, they're working on that denial of the ball, and they switched off players. Currently, number 21, Walter Davis is guarding. Nice help defense by Tad DeBoard to tap the ball away.
They tried to screen for him on the baseline. Would have been there if Tad DeBoard didn't have to get a hand on it.
All right, Walter is doing a great job of denying him the ball. It'll be interesting to see how he reacts. You'll notice he's not really looking to help any of the other guys in there on defense. He's just out there to try to keep it. Number 12.
Nice post move by number 40, Scroggins. He tries 2 shots.
Misses.
Neither one are good. And now the long rebound to Whitson. Draws the defense, goes to the basket.
Oh, nice layup. That's a great job of driving to the hole with the ball and laying it in. That gives Indian Hill a 17-point lead, the largest lead of the game.
12 points for Whitson. Beaver goes to the basket.
Right.
2 tries. They can't put it in. It's a 3-on-1 break for the Braves. Whitson dishes it off to Davis.
And it's good. Indian Hill running the floor. And Seven Hills looking for a timeout. I tell you, Seven Hills was unlucky there. They had 3 shots under the basket, but not convert. Indian Hill was able to get the ball out and run the floor and score again.
It's a 19-point lead. Take it away, John.
Here we are at the during the timeout here at Indian Hill High School. We have Lindy Morrison, our new athletic director. And Lindy, you had a successful fall season. How's the winter looking?
So far, so good. The boys are off to a fast start. winning Saturday and up by quite a few here tonight. And the JV won tonight in overtime, so put on a good show.
Have you enjoyed your first year as an athletic director here at Indian Hill so far?
No complaints.
No complaints.
No complaints.
So far, so good? Well, we think you've done a good job, and we're looking forward to a big winter season, a big spring season.
So am I. Thank you.
Okay. Lindy Morrison, athletic director here at Indian Hill High School.
Thanks, John. I'll tell you, you keep this up, John, ESPN will be calling. Doing a great job down there. There's 3 minutes, 4 seconds left in the third quarter, and Indian Hill in the last 5 minutes has been able to extend a 10-point half-time lead to a 19-point lead. Seven Hills has the ball out of bounds with the length of the court to go.
Seven Hills brings in Grayson Sugarman, a little smaller player, but perhaps a little quicker ball handler.
Right.
And the pressure from Indian Hill does not do the job, and the ball's in the hands of Willie Beaver. He gets it across. They get it inside once again. This time it's good by Scroggins. It's the first time they've really been able to get it inside, and he's been able to put it in.
Right. Indian Hill Collinsworth brings it up the left side over to Whitson. Makes a fake, goes to the hole, lays it up, misses the shot. A lot of contact. Steal by Joe Collinsworth. Lays it up, misses the shot, is tapped up and missed. 3 different times Indian Hill had a chance to tap it in, could not convert, and Seven Hills came out with the ball. Long shot by Brian Ayers is good.
It's good.
That's 3-pointer.
And there's a foul. Foul's going to send the ball the other way.
There's a foul under the basket by, it must be a Seven Hills player.
That'll be the 4th team foul.
Steve Scroggins, number 40, committed the foul under the basket. And 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Indian Hill brings the ball up center of the court. Walter Davis down the lane, tries to dish off to Trey Eli underneath, is tapped away.
There's a good look inside by Walter. Walter's been shooting that shot, and it's coming up a little short, so that time he went inside. Good idea, just didn't work out.
Inbounds play for Indian Hill, struggling to get it in. Throw it deep to Collinsworth. Off to Walter
Nice
Davis,
dish
takes
off
the jumper.
to Walter.
Short. Trey
Short.
Eli
Trey
rebounds.
Eli with the rebound.
He lays it up kind of wild, but thank goodness it went out of bounds off the Seven Hills player, and Indian Hill will throw it in again under their basket. Oh, nice inbounds play. Keith Whitson able to get off it.
And that
short
foul,
jump hook, and he's fouled while
if that foul is on Scroggins, that'll be his 4th. And it is. That's the 4th foul on Scroggins. That's their big man in the middle.
He is a good jumper. I watched him during warm-up. He had no problem jumping up and dunking the ball. He's about 6'3", 6'4", but he can jump awfully well.
Coach for Seven Hills made no initial move to get him out of there and replace him. Now he does.
Number 24 is replacing him. That is Eric Crew. He's a 5'11" freshman.
Let's see if the Braves try to take advantage of the mismatch inside with Brendan Flood. Once they come back down. Keith Whitson at the line, 2 shots.
First one's up and no good. Rolls around and down. Indian Hill has only had a few free throw chances tonight, and I believe they've made, either one or none.
They've only made 1 so far.
Yeah.
There's the second one.
There we go. You got to get to the line, get some chances to shoot it. Be able to make them. Good pressure by Joe Collinsworth on the ball as it comes up court. Willie Beaver has the ball out front. Now he's being...
Nice backdoor cut, but he missed the shot. Nice pass, backdoor cut, but nothing to show for it.
Keith Whitson's shot is partially blocked.
Seven Hills out on the run.
Brian Ayers back up the floor in a hurry over to number 30 who travels. Number 30 is Grayson Sugarman, and he was anxious to make a move on his defender and get to the basket and then traveled. And with a timeout on the floor by Indian Hill, with 1:36 left in the third quarter, Indian Hill's up by 15 points, 51-36.
The Indian Hill High School video department is proud to bring Braves fans over 15 girls and boys basketball games this season. Be sure to tune in to ICRC community and educational access channels to catch your Indian Hill Braves. The executive producer, director of Braves basketball on ICRC is Anthony DeMarco. Our remote facilities coordinator is Mr. Dennis Dupps, and our remote facilities are provided by the Indian Hill High School video department. There's Anthony DeMarco on the screen right now, and his many helpers.
I'll tell you, those guys like to get on the camera as much as the players do.
Doing a great job.
They sure are. This is fun. Well, as we go to wind down this third quarter, Indian Hill's been able to extend their lead a little bit. And I think the reason is they've been able to deny the ball to number 12. He's had only, I think, 2 shots in this quarter. And I don't know if he's made either one. I don't believe so.
Well, they've had it up. No points so far in the second half for Willie Beaver. They had a 19-point lead, the Braves did. And it's down to 15 now, and some other people have had to try to help out, particularly number 32, Brian Ayers, for the Seven Hills Stingers. Braves have a little trouble getting the ball in bounds, and now they're going to bring it up. Good pressure in the backcourt by Grayson Sugarman.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a good call that went Indian Hills' way. The ball went out of bounds off the Seven Hills player in the ref's opinion, so we'll get the ball back in. It's thrown in the backcourt to Keith Whitson.
Okay, man-to-man pressure on the part of the Seven Hills Stingers. Braves are going to spread the offense out.
Right. Brian Walker out front. Attempts to pass, which is knocked out of bounds.
This is an ideal situation for the Braves with Collinworth and Whitson picking for each other. One's going to be open on the outside or penetrate with the ball on the inside. Ball goes into Whitson.
Right, Keith Whitson drives to the middle. Ball's tapped away from behind. And Seven Hills grabs the ball and throws it away out of bounds to Indian Hill. Coach Dale Harmon telling the Indian Hill players, think, guys, let's go, be smart. Ball comes into Brian Walker, who brings it up, tries to get the team to his pocket is picked by number 30.
Grayson Sugarman with the steal in the basket.
It's a steal and the hoop, and quickly Indian Hill is back down the floor. And there is an offensive foul by Brian Walker in a hurry to try to make up, evidently, for the steal and in too much of a hurry to come down the floor. That is a young player's mistake.
Seven Hills has a chance to cut this 13-point lead now down to 11 or perhaps even 10 with this possession.
Right.
Momentum swinging in the favor of Seven Hills momentarily.
Right. Well, Indian Hill not taking care of the ball, coming down and getting a good shot. They turned the ball over and have not been able to set up the offense. Ball's tapped away underneath by Trey Eli. They were attempting to hit number 24, Eric Crew, down under the basket. Seven Hills will throw it in under on their baseline. It's a tough spot to throw the ball in front. It's easy to get double teams.
Nice look inside.
Number 12 is open. Tries to get off a shot, misses a shot, rebounds his own shot, puts it up, misses, and rebounded by Brendan Flood. He's tied up, and it's Indian Hill's ball.
All those shots that were falling in the first half for Willie Beaver, nothing fell on that one. Excellent opportunity the Stingers had to get back into the game a little bit closer, and now the Braves will have the ball going the length of the court.
Indian Hill's been unable to come down and set up for a good shot the last 3 times down the floor.
25 seconds left in the quarter.
Double team on the ball, and Walter Davis, Trey Eli, drives the baseline and travels.
Nice job cutting off the baseline by Seven Hills, forced to travel.
He was indecisive as to whether to go up or pass the ball. Traveled. Again, 18 seconds left in the quarter. Number 30, a pretty good ball handler and pretty quick, too. Brings the ball up the floor. Brian Ayers gets off a jumper in the lane. It's good. 6 seconds left in the quarter.
Cuts his lead to 11.
Walter Davis takes a half-court shot.
Well, Seven Hills did a good job that time, cutting a 19-point lead down to 11 by the end of the quarter.
Right, Indian Hill
starting to get themselves back in the game.
Right, Indian Hill only able to extend their lead from halftime by 1 point, from 10 to 11 at the end of the third quarter.
Much of the equipment used to produce tonight's game was provided through a grant from the Intercommunity Cable Regulatory Commission. The ICRC provides local school districts with commercial-grade equipment which they can use to produce their own cable TV shows. The Indian Hill High School Video Department thanks ICRC for their involvement in our program. The Indian Hill High School Video Department would like to extend its thanks to the Indian Hill Athletic Department. Through their cooperation, we're able to cablecast our school's fine athletic contests and give our athletes the recognition and attention that they deserve. A special thanks for tonight's game goes out to Coach Dale Harmon, Assistant Coach Jeff Hoover, Athletic Director Lindy Morrison, and her assistant, Nikki McCracken.
Well, as we start the fourth quarter, Indian Hill sends Eli, Woodson, Flood, Collinsworth, and Davis onto the floor. Seven Hills sends Oken, Sugarman, Crew, Beaver, and Ayers onto the floor.
When they started to make their run this last time that Scroggins was in, he had to sit down with 4 fouls, and I'm sure he'll be back in there pretty quickly as we move into this quarter.
Again, Indian Hill in man-to-man defense. Walter Davis working hard to try to deny the ball to number 12. 24 gets off a long shot. Well, rebounded by Walter Davis. It's the ball over to Eli. Picks up his dribble. Makes a long cross-court pass to Collinsworth. He brings it back out to set up the offense. Smart play. Well, they left him open. He takes the three. Misses. Rebounds his own shot. Gets up a shot, and he's fouled. Good play. Following his shot. Wow, especially on the three-pointer, Jack, because that's a long rebound. It's always smart to follow it if you're not the one, not the guard that has that deep responsibility for fast break.
Looked like Seven Hills had a little problem coming out here in the second half. The first defensive lineup figuring out who had Joe Collinsworth. They better get that corrected quickly. He's a good shooter.
Right, on the line for 2. First one's good. Indian Hill 52-40. 1 shot left. Good. Sugarman brings the ball up for Seven Hills. It's guarded by Collinsworth. No one on Seven Hills doing much in the way of moving to the basket, but I'll tell you.
That's a block on Brendan Flood.
That was a nice foul by Brendan Flood. He denied the easy layup to Brian Ayers. The player guarding Brian Ayers went for the steal. When he missed it, he turned and went right to the hole, which is a smart play, and he picked up a 2-shot foul. But Indian Hill was able to deny the layup and force him to have to make the free throws.
It was a 16 foul on the Braves. Next foul for either team will be the bonus. 2-shot foul for Brian Ayers. Really done a good job for them here in the second half. This is the first one.
Yeah.
Grant Hill type slashing player. He's done a really good job for them offensively and on the boards.
Yep. Second one is good, but they say number 30, Sugarman, stepped in the lane prior to the shot, being out of the hands of the shooter Ayers, so it doesn't count. Indian Hill maintains its lead of 13 points and has the ball out of bounds. Ball up to Eli, up the side. He brings it to the forecourt. Brendan Flood takes a stop, jump shot. Off the rim and down. Sugarman, long pass up court to Beaver.
And Beaver scores his first points of the second half.
I'll tell you, they ran the floor. They outran Indian Hill up the floor. That was a heck of a job.
Leads cut to 11. Nice inside pass to Brendan Flood from Keith Whitson. And then the ball goes off of Indian Hill out of bounds. It'll be Seven Hills ball with an 11-point lead, a chance to cut under double figures.
Indian Hill had a layup there. They've got to convert that type of play. Maintain their offensive lead. Sugarman brings the ball up the court. Collinsworth waiting for him in the jump circle. Passes off to the left to Ayers. Underneath, nice quick pass underneath the number 12.
And Willie Beaver starting to heat up again here. They've cut it to 9 points. Seven Hills trying to make a little run here.
Walter Davis has the ball for Indian Hill.
They're playing a pressure defense as they come down, and then they
Indian Hill's got
go to a man-to-man.
Fall-away jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Brian Ayers. Sugarman brings the ball up the floor, looking for something wide open to the basket.
And that'll be a block.
He tries to drive to the basket. He is fouled, and I don't know by who.
I believe it's going to be Brendan Flood. That's at least 3 on him. Number 30, Trey Eli.
Trey Eli.
His first.
Well,
now Seven Hills is in the bonus. That was the 7th foul.
Right, that'll be a 1-and-1. Indian Hill's lead is 9 points, and they're at the line with a 1-and-1.
Sugarman's able to cut it to 8 points. This could be 7. Seven Hills making a run.
I'll tell you, that's quite a run, too. That's a 12-point gain on Indian Hill.
Was
Really,
19 at one point.
Yeah, it's a 12-point gain on them. They were down 19 or down 7. Ball was tapped out of bounds by Seven Hills, and Indian Hill will throw it in on the baseline.
1-2-1-1 press by Seven Hills.
Collinsworth, somewhat trapped in the backcourt, picks up his dribble, throws to Walter Davis. An hard time getting the ball across to Eli. Drives in, takes a jump stop. Good.
Yeah. Nice penetration.
Yeah, Trey Eli, they didn't really come out and defend and put a hand in
Defense
his
did
face.
not
He
come
took-
up to him, and he just simply took the shot.
He had a nice, easy 12-foot jump shot. Long rebound goes to Brian Ayers, who misses the bank shot. Tip shot missed, and rebounded by number 12, Collinsworth. Good job of rebounding. Out to Eli on the outlet. Back to Collinsworth. Head to Whitson. Inside to Brendan Flood. Off to Eli. Out to Walter Davis for a 3. Long rebound by Brendan Flood. Up. Blocked.
Nice block by Brian Ayers.
The Indian Hill not
And
back on defense.
Willie Beaver at the other end.
Easy
2
bucket.
points.
Indian Hill's lead is 8 points. Walter Davis up the floor.
Let's see if he... And no, he does draw the foul. He had nobody underneath. The other Indian Hill players are very slow getting back down to support that time.
Tell you, that's 2 breakaway baskets this second half.
And he was
Well,
not
Seven
shooting,
Hills.
so it will be a 1-and-1 for Walter Davis.
No, it says
Let's,
2.
it says 2 now?
I think it's 2.
Okay, it probably should be. Yep, 2 shots.
2 shots for Walter Davis.
Both teams are in the bonus, but this was a shooting foul.
First one no good. Indian Hill's lead remains 8 points. 4 minutes, 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Second shot up and good. Indian Hill still in their man-to-man defense, not putting a whole lot of pressure on the ball until it gets across half court. Number 12, let's go with 3 off the rim. Long rebound grab by Seven Hills. Another 3 missed.
Nice rebounding
Rebound by
position,
Trey
number
Eli, and he's
24.
fouled. 24 had nice rebounding position, but the ball, unable to control the ball, was grabbed by Trey Eli under the basket, and he is fouled. So that'd be a 1-and-1.
Yeah, should be a 1-and-1 at the other end.
Yeah.
And it is.
Well, the lead is at 9 points. Trey Eli at the line for a 1-and-1.
Nine-point lead. These are important free throws as we get at the 4:43 mark here in the fourth quarter. And it's
the
good.
first one's good. Trey Eli's used to pressure situations. He played football for Indian Hill this fall and played outside linebacker and received all Southwest Ohio first-team honors at linebacker for his play. Had an excellent year. Good pressure player. Both free throws are good. Seven Hills up the floor quickly down the left side.
Beaver to Ayers. Ayers for the 3. It's short. Beaver gets the rebound.
Wild
He
shot
just
by Beaver.
throws it up. How did he ever get that up to the basket? He draws the foul.
I don't know. I'll tell you what, he got the foul. That's what he's trying to do because there's no way that shot could go in, I don't think. Foul was on Tad DeBoard, number 34, his second foul. And Indian Hill leads 58-47 with 4:34 left. First shot is up and good. 10-point lead. Beaver at the line for his second free throw. It's up. Good. Indian Hill inbounds the ball. Whitson brings it up the right side. Drives by the first player guarding him. The shot is blocked. Rebound is grabbed by, deflection is grabbed by Collinsworth, who penetrates, goes out to Walter Davis, makes a fake, in-loaded to board.
Oh, and
Misses
it
his
just
shot.
barely came out of there. That was a nice inside look.
Right, well, that's where you got to use the backboard. That's what the backboard's for.
Seven Hills with a chance to cut it to 7.
Harris thinks about a shot, looks like he wants to shoot. Number 12, Beaver out front. The ball is kicked by the defense. It'll be Seven Hills ball out of bounds. Timeout.
We have a
Indian
timeout
Hill.
out on the court. Braves fans, you won't want to miss the games coming up this season on ICRC. Join us for contests between Finneytown, Deer Park, Wyoming, Reading, and more. Call the ICRC at 772-4272 for programming information. Tonight's contest could not be made possible without support from the Indian Hill School District Administration. We'd like to extend a special thanks to Dr. David Quattroni as Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Laura Beglin, Principal of the high school, and Mr. Dale Harmon, Student Services Director for the high school, for their continued support of this video department.
Jack, you must teach reading. Do a good job.
Thank you. One thing I can do, I can read.
Nothing like reading the PSAs. I'll tell you.
The place where I work, they have morning announcements each day, and I give those morning announcements, so I get a lot of practice.
All right. Well, with 3:59 left in the fourth quarter, Indian Hill holds a 58-49 edge. Ball will be taken out of bounds under
Keith
basket by Seven Hills.
Keith Whitson back in for the Braves. He's been a little silent here. He had to sit down with a few fouls. And look for him to start to crank it up a little bit here as we get in the last under 4 minutes of the
Let's see if they break a
game.
player straight back in an attempt to get someone open down deep.
Last time they kicked it right back down to Beaver. Let's see what they do this time.
Well,
They
two of their
didn't draw the
players tripped
foul,
over each
so they
other's
called
feet.
timeout.
I'll tell you, that was interesting. Trey Eli on the edge of that attempt to throw the ball in on their inbounds play is anticipating them throwing the ball deep, and two of the players from Seven Hills tripped over each other, knocked each other down. There was no one for him to throw the ball in, and it cost him a timeout.
I think that time Brian Ayers was supposed to go one way. Instead, he went the same direction another player was going, and they locked feet, and they had to use a timeout. If you're a high school sports fan, you don't want to miss the ICRC Sports Box. Each week, the Sports Box will supply you with the highlights, features, and the inside scoop on local high school sports that you need. For program times, call the ICRC at 772-4272.
Well, they set up in the same configuration, throw the ball deep to Brian Ayers in an attempt to get him open for a shot, but it all goes too deep.
Sugarman looks inside for Scroggins, and he's able to get a basket. That's going to cut the lead down to 7 points.
Got to get that ball in, bounce in there 5 seconds. Blocking
And they are going to call a block. That'll send Walter Davis to the line, 1-1. He's had a hard time shooting tonight. Maybe this will be the time he'll go, and he'll get them back where they need to be. So far, fouling has not seemed to hurt the Seven Hills team, so we'll probably see a lot more here in this last 3 minutes and 44 seconds.
Right, well, Seven Hills has kind of slowed this game down the last 3 minutes or so. Gone a lot slower, and that pace seems to have suited them a lot better. Indian Hill, when they get out and run, they score in a hurry, but they've cut that lead down to 7 points. Chance to Indian Hill to expand it.
There we go.
Free
Walter's
throw.
made his last 2 free throws in a row.
right,
Makes a
that-
big difference.
Right, it does. All right, the lead is back to 8. 59-51 Indian Hill. Walter Davis for the bonus. It's up and no good.
And we've got a foul. That means we're going to go bonus somewhere.
Well, I don't know what the foul was. Foul's on 4-0. Is that his 5th foul? Is that his 5th foul?
That is, if that's on him, that's his 5th. That's going to hurt them. He really came on in the second half and started to play much better for them.
Evidently, he grabbed Tad DeBoard on the wrist as they went for the rebound, and it cost him his 5th foul. And now we're at the double bonus. Excuse me, Indian Hill's at 1-1. Now they say we're at the double bonus. It doesn't show that on the.
10.
Okay, it shows it on the scoreboard. That's correct.
DeBoard had 6 points early in the game. Misses that free throw. And Seven Hills coming down with a chance to get the ball down to 7.
Throw it around on the perimeter. Try to hit Brian Ayers underneath. Tapped away.
Sugarman with the right idea. Nice baseline cut by Ayers, but just couldn't throw it quite high enough to get it out of the
Right.
reach of Trey Eli.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he had a nice backdoor cut there. Sugarman drives, puts up a shot, and it's
And
good.
it's good. Nice basket move by him.
Foul by number 12 on the inbound throw.
7
Attempting to
points,
get-
and they're going to try to shorten the game here, or lengthen the game a little bit here by fouling in the backcourt if they got fouls to give.
Well, Indian Hill's got to make those free throws. They're cutting into the lead because Indian Hill is making 1 out of 2 free throws. They're coming down and scoring. So 7-point lead, Indian Hill at the line for 2 free throws.
Collinsworth and Whitson are probably the 2 guys that you don't want to put in the line on this situation. They the idea of just adding more points while there's time not going off the clock.
First shot
one's
is good. They got to hand it to Seven Hills. They've made Indian Hill play their style of basketball for the last 5 minutes. They will cut into that lead. Both are good. Indian Hill's lead back to 9 points. Sugarman up the left side of the floor, drives toward the baseline. Dishes off to number 12, Beaver. His shot is short, rebounded by Trey Eli. Brings it up the floor to Whitson. Whitson comes up the left side, looking for somebody open, taking his time.
Indian Hill can score on this possession. They might pretty much put that first nail in the coffin here as we're just about to get underneath the 3-minute mark.
Oh,
and Whitson puts it in.
Nice pass down under to Keith Whitson, who put up a quick jumper and in the hole for 2 more. Indian Hill's lead back to 11. 12 Beaver with the ball, working on Walter Davis. And he's fouled and by push of the body by Walter Davis. I believe that's Walter's 4th foul. Puts Beaver on the line for 2 free throws. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Beaver has 26 points so far this evening. He's the highest scorer on the night. This is his first.
He's had a hard time with free throws tonight, but other than that, it hasn't been much that's gone wrong for him. Second one is good. Indian Hill's lead is 10 points. Looking to throw it inbounds. No one's breaking. Finally able to get the ball into Collinsworth. Back to Eli, who comes up the middle of the floor. Pulls up his dribble off to Collinsworth. Collinsworth drives toward the basket. Dishes off to Tad DeBoard, who wasn't really expecting the ball, and it goes out of bounds to Seven Hills. Got to be alert for that dish off. That's an easy 2 points. Now Sugarman slowly brings the ball, walks the ball up the floor. Collinsworth picks him up in a jump circle. Makes him pull up. Ball is tapped back to him. He drives around off to number 35, who fakes a shot. Over to Brian Ayers, who takes a 3. It's short. Keith Whitson rebounds it. Blocking foul, and the basket's good. Nice play by Keith Whitson, using his body to shield the ball, draw the foul, and put it in the hole, and he's fouled by number 24 for Seven Hills, Eric Crew.
That's 17 points on the night for Keith Whitson, along with the 26 for Joe Collinsworth. They've been doing an excellent job.
Into the game for Indian Hill is Trey Berry, number 54. He's also one of the Indian Hill football players who plays basketball, 2-sport player. He's about 6'4" and 220 pounds, big guy. First free throw is good. I shouldn't say first free throw. The free throw to convert the 3-point play is good. Indian Hill is up by 13 points with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. So Indian Hill was on a 6-point run. They were up by 7 points. They're up now up by 13 points.
John Hancock comes back in for Seven Hills. He was their point guard early on. And off the foot of Sugarman and to Whitson for his 20th point of the night.
All right, that extends the lead to 15. Keith Whitson attempting to make a steal, knocks the ball out of bounds, and it will come back to Seven Hills. A couple of guys on that floor are going to be tired tonight. I know Trey Eli's only been out for a couple minutes of this whole game. And Joe Collinsworth, I don't know if he sat down yet tonight or not. Long shot by 14. Rebounded by smallest guy on the floor. Right position at being in the right spot at the right time. Number 32, Grayson Sugarman, goes up for the shot, and his foul will be at the line for 2 free throws. It's 1:49 left, so it's getting to be a short time for Seven Hills and trying to catch up, being down 15 points.
Coach Harmon getting his reserves in, getting some playing time with a 15-point lead.
Right,
Minute 49 left to go.
For Trey Eli, who has been out for only a very short time this whole game. First free throw is off the mark. Grayson Sugarman gets his second free throw, fouled while shooting. It's no good. Rebounded by Collinsworth. Up the right side of the floor. He stops as he's triple teamed. Brings the ball up. Throws it to Waller Davis, who's in no hurry to get the ball in low. Throws it in low to
Nice
A.J.
job.
Hill, who converts for two.
Nice look inside by Walter Davis.
Right. Indian Hill extends the lead to 17. Now I think they're going to have to shoot some threes, try to catch up. 54 on Indian Hill. Trey Berry called for the foul under the basket. Tried to push off a player to use his forearm to keep the player from gaining position on him. He's sending number 12, Willie Beaver, to the line for 2 shots. Into the game for Waller Davis for Indian Hill is Brian Walker, number 42. Indian Hill now with only one of their starting players on the floor. Free throw is banked in by number 35, Peter Oken. Ball bounces around the rim and off. Saved by Indian Hill. Scramble for the ball results in the ball going out of bounds to Indian Hill.
16-point lead with a minute 20 left on the clock.
All right, Brian Walker will attempt to inbounds the ball. Throws it into A.J. Hill. Throws it ahead to Brian Walker, who throws it ahead to Trey Berry.
Nice
Easy
pass
basket.
cross court to Joe Collinsworth.
He missed the easy layup. Ball is saved by 42, Brian Walker, and he is fouled by Brian Ayers. I hope Brian is okay. Looked like he might have got his head smacked a little there as he hit the floor. I hope he's okay. Yeah, he's up. He's all right. Tough kid.
Okay, while we get ready here, I'll give you some more information that in order to bring this and other programs to you, we rely on the help of volunteer students from both the middle and the high schools. If it were not for their tireless efforts, we would not be able to televise Indian Hill sports. The entire video department thanks our volunteer staff.
At the line for Indian Hill is Brian Walker shooting 2 free throws. 1 minute, 7 seconds left. Indian Hill leading 71-55. First shot is up and good.
A lot of good athletes out on the floor for the Braves. Play lots of other sports, and in a small school like Indian Hill, they do an excellent job representing us out on the court, the fields, some of them even in the pool.
All right, Brian Walker, another football player, played receiver for the Braves. Had a very, very fine year. He's not afraid to go up for the ball and extend to catch it or come across the middle. Good receiver. Second free throw is up, rattles around, no good. Brian Ayers rebounds for Seven Hills. Off to Sugarman, who goes up the right side. This pass is intercepted by Trey Berry. I think he didn't expect to get the ball quite that quick.
Excellent job hustling down to break up that pass.
Yeah. Looked more like a fumble recovery. I'm going to have to tease him about that one.
1 minute to go.
Willie Beaver with the ball, drives across the lane, puts up a jump shot. Rebounded by Brendan Flood, ahead to number 22, Terrence McDaniel for Indian Hill, and he converts. Makes it a 19-point Indian Hill lead. Nice shot by Brian Ayers.
Seven Hills has got some excellent ball players. They've
Right.
Brian Ayers and Willie Beaver are both very impressive. But tonight, the Indian Hill just had a little bit too much firepower for them.
Right. Indian Hill kind of running out the clock. 20 seconds left in the game. Trey Berry takes a shot and scores. They must have a lot of fans here tonight. They cut loose with a big cheer when Trey Berry scored.
The entire production team would like to extend a thank you to the Indian Hill custodial staff for their assistance in our programming. A special thanks goes out to Les, Gene, Guy, and Ron for all of their time and hard work in putting things together. Without their assistance, we could not bring you this or any other Brave sporting events.
Brian Walker was called for a foul. There's just under 12 seconds left in the game. Indian Hill leading by 19, and guess who's at the line? Willie Beaver. What a game he has had, eh? Not going to win the game, but I'll tell
Going
you,
for his 30th point.
not too many kids around that we'll see all year that can score points as efficiently as he did tonight. Both free throws are good. Indian Hill throws a long, deep pass.
Oh, nice block.
A.J. Hill goes up for the shot. It's blocked out of bounds. There's 7 seconds left in the half. Indian Hill will throw the ball in underneath their own basket. And they leave A.J. Hill, Terrence McDaniel unguarded, but he misses a short jump shot. The ball game is over with Indian Hill winning 76-59. Well, thank you very much, Jack.
Thank you, Larry. Enjoyed it.
It's been a pleasure working with you this evening. And
Indian Hill Braves basketball.
Right.
Anthony DeMarco, thank you for inviting us to do the telecast.
right.
And Mr. Dupps, for your confidence in us.
And when you get to ESPN, Anthony, don't forget us. We're ready for the big time.
Final score here tonight, Indian Hill Braves 76, Seven Hills Stingers 59.
Good night, folks.